how to write an answer in anthropology. Hope you are taking whatever I am writing on the board, isn't it? Very good. You all seem to be very disciplined students on day one. First, so everyone knows that an answer should have an introduction, body, and conclusion. See, introduction and conclusion, you should not rephrase or paraphrase or repeat the lines which are there in the question. So avoid that. Say, what is the impact of urbanization and industrialization on family system? So don't use those terms which are the sentences or the words that are given in the question as it is. The impact of urbanization and industrialization on family system are as follows. Or maybe in conclusion, these are the effects or impact of urbanization. Very, very wrong, because you are expected to use, or maybe there should be some good choice of words, isn't it? So you have to avoid repetitions and rephrasing. Please write, avoid repetitions and rephrasing or paraphrasing the words given in the question. This is first thing. Don't start with negative tone. Generally, not only in anthropology, it becomes more important in essay. It is even more important in various GS subjects. So don't start with negative tone. Please write. Or don't use those words which are pessimistic in nature. Pessimistic means negative tone, negative mindset or negative attitude. So do you like to be in company with a pessimistic person or an optimistic person, and why? Why also you have to answer. This is A and B have answered, but I am asking a subjective question. Why? Because you'll feel happy, isn't it? Because that will boost your confidence, your morale. And everyone wants to be in company with positive people, isn't it? Optimistic people. And obviously, knowingly or unknowingly, you keep away those who are speaking always negative, isn't it? That is there in the nature only. So that is there in your answers also. So try to stay away from that negative tone or pessimistic choice of words. Yes. So body. In body, we can draw this pyramid. Because the subject is anthropology, you are expected to write the definitions of anthropologists or quotes or phrases or explain the keywords, isn't it? Write examples. An elaborated example becomes a case study. You can draw diagrams or a flow chart or any other type of presentation. Depending on your maturity in the subject, you can interlink paper 1 with paper 2. This gives multi-dimensional perspective. This is multi-dimensional. And finally, you have to use subject specific terminology, verbatims and jargons. So these are some essential components. Sometimes there is an opportunity to use all of them. Sometimes only 2, or sometimes only 3, or sometimes 4, or sometimes all of them. You get my point? Definitions are static in nature. We can't change a definition given by E.B. Taylor, isn't it? We have to write in his own words, isn't it? So this is the part where you have to put in some efforts to remember them, like quotes or phrases. These are the things which are static in nature, isn't it? And obviously in the class we will give you some definitions. If you want to collect more than that or outside that one, yes, you can do so on your journey. Examples I will provide, some case studies also we will be providing, so you can collect these and keep for your reference. Or maybe if you want to collect more, you can access the reference books or maybe the things which appear in the newspapers, journals, etc. So diagram, like maybe a skull diagram or something where I hardly take it into consideration, but if you want to draw them, you can draw. Or maybe a flow chart or some other creative way of drawing something, isn't it? All these are related to creativity. So creativity is unique, no? Either you copy someone or you can create your own. So this is individual specific according to me. Maybe I draw a diagram depending on my understanding. It is not expected that you by heart the diagram. You can draw it in a manner in which you can explain it better. So this depends on your creativity. Then 1 and 2, making it a multi-dimensional aspect. This comes over a due course of time, because you have to get maturity in the subject, isn't it? Maybe you studied a topic in marriage, now you are thinking of interlinking it with paper 2 because you did not complete the syllabus. It is not expected that you do that. So over a period of time, or maybe by the time you complete the course, I think you should be able to do it. How you will be able to do it? By reflecting, by thinking deeply, you will be able to achieve here. And obviously over a period of time you will have enough of verbatims, jargons and the terms related to anthropology. So these are the things which you have to understand, or which should be there in your mind, so that you can include them in your answer. And again, as I said, you strive to achieve this. You get my point? Any questions you have, you can ask. Nityasri, online. Yes, any questions you have, you can ask. You can type in your chat box. If you have any questions online, you can type in your chat box.
Excuse me, sir. So what's the proper phrases? Or what phrases are?
Keywords. Keywords. As I said, no, it is all subjective in nature. But these are some essential things. It may vary. You can't write maybe in a 150 10 marker, you can't write 10 definitions and say that okay, I have written the answer, isn't it? You have to understand the demand of the question, and according to the demand of the question, your approach can be like this, or it can be a mix and match of things which are mentioned here. That is why I said sometimes you have an opportunity to present all of them, sometimes you have an opportunity to present only few of them. You get my point? None criteria is not there, then it will not be an anthropology answer. All or few. You get my point? Yes. See, for 10 mark case study limit may not be more than 10 or 15 words, or maybe maximum 20 words. Again, if there is a chance. Which one? Keywords are explaining the keywords, specific subject specific terminology. Say for example, you take polity. You can't write a polity answer without quoting the constitution and the articles therein. Same is the case here. Without using the terms which are there in your syllabus which are related to anthropology, you can't write an anthropology answer, because in tribal anthropology there are many cases where you can write an answer without quoting any of the anthropologists, or maybe without even coming to know that this is an anthropology answer. Then it becomes too generalistic in nature. You get my point? Particularly paper 2 and then even some aspects of paper 1 also. So that subject specific terminology will enable you to make the evaluator understand that you are writing on or in anthropological context. Otherwise it becomes a general answer. So that is what I mean. Yes. So online student, as I said, no, for 10 marker, maybe if you have to write a case study, not more than 15 to 20 words. Then you maybe for a 15 marker 30 words, or maybe 20 marker 40 words. You get my point? Not more than that. If case study only you are writing 150 words or 200 words, again not required, isn't it? And in conclusion, you have to again, as I said, no, depending on the demand of the question. Some people blindly for everything they are writing way forward. You have to see whether this side heading is related to the context of the question or not. Maybe some people without understanding anything they are writing relevance, or maybe contemporary relevance. You get my point? So you have to think whether this side heading we can use it or not. How? By understanding the demand of the question, because some toppers are writing way forward or relevance wherever in their notes. People are writing these things without even thinking whether we can use this or not, isn't it? So try to reflect, think, and then write the side headings. You get my point? So this is how to write an answer. Any questions you have? Pratyush, have I answered your question? You got it? You have a follow-up question?